Welcome to The Note. I'm Ashley Jenkins.
And I'm John Reisinger.
R.I.P. Samsung Galaxy Note 7, aka the Explodaphone. It's officially getting the axe from Samsung.
And not just a recall, it's getting like a full-on karate chop to the product line. They're just stuff to it.
Except a little bit less fun than that.
Yeah, it's not fun at all.
Reports started popping up back in August that Samsung's Galaxy Note 7 smartphones were spontaneously catching fire, and no one could pinpoint exactly what was causing the issue. Everyone tried all kinds of stuff. It was either it only does it when it's plugged in, or it needs to be turned off. I've been on flights where they're like, please turn off your Samsung Galaxy Note 7. Although then one of those still caught fire and like burned through a floor on a plane.
Whoa!
Yeah!
As you can imagine, when your phone starts catching fire, you want to know why, so Samsung turned their engineers to the task. However, none of the Samsung employees could get their phones to replicate the issue.
So, sensibly, actually, eventually, they concluded that the defect was most likely caused by faulty batteries from one of the company's suppliers. Batteries have been behind a ton of similar issues in the past. I mean, just back in July, those so-called hoverboards that don't hover at all, so they're more like liar boards, were recalled across 10 different firms due to fire hazards from the batteries.
You ever punctured one of those batteries?
Nope.
You're not supposed to.
Really?
Don't do it.
Yeah.
I definitely don't have video footage to prove it.
Right.
The lithium-ion batteries, in general, are risky enough that airlines don't allow them in checked baggage.
Especially if you poke holes in them.
Yeah, in case they combust in the cargo hold. So it's a good guess.
Yes. So the South Korean company issued a recall last month on 2.5 million Galaxy Note 7 phones. That's a lot of phones, which we reported on at the time, and began sending out replacement phones with batteries provided by a different supplier.
Yeah, and all was well. Until reports started coming in the last week or so that replacement phones were also catching fire.
Whoops. It got to the point where Oculus has even dropped support for the Galaxy Note 7 from Samsung's Gear VR headset because they don't want anyone putting the phone near their eyes.
The fire graphics would be really awesome.
They would.
Just
they
like
look
really
great,
immerse
though.
you in it.
Yeah, it's a little bit like the smell-o-vision, except it'd be heat-o-vision, and then you have no vision.
Yeah, but for the moment, it would be really real.
Really real.
In all, Samsung has received 92 reports of Note 7s catching fire in the US. 26 of those reports included burns, and 55 included property damage. Hopefully the guy whose car caught fire remembered to submit his report.
If not, then there's 93.
Yeah.
As of this week, Samsung's testers have, well, they've still been unable to reproduce the issue that's causing the explosions. No idea what's causing it. So the company came to a tough decision, and they are killing off the Galaxy Note 7 entirely. They've permanently ceased production on the phone as of now.
I just imagine a bunch of engineers in a room, like at one point, just throwing matches at it, just trying to get it to do something.
Poking holes in it, probably.
Yeah. In a statement, the company said, "We recently readjusted the production volume for thorough investigation and quality control, but putting consumer safety is a top priority. We have reached a final decision to halt production of Galaxy Note 7s.
Good guy, Samsung. Honestly, like, it really is a big move to kill a product that generates billions of dollars for your company. I mean, there are only 92 that blew up.
Yeah, on the other hand, exploding phones aren't good for business, so they kind of made the right move.
They did make the right move, and the right move has admittedly cost them, especially with investors. As a result of the decision, the company's shares fell more than 8% in one day. It's the biggest daily drop the company's seen since October 24th, 2008, which was the midst of the global financial crisis.
This drop has knocked $17 billion off the company's market value, which is more than 50% higher than predicted.
I mean, even so, like 17 billion, that's only 8% of their company value if you think about it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Research firm Strategy Analytics had actually looked into the potential effect of the Galaxy Note 7 on the company and thought that it might possibly do as much as $10 billion damage to their market value, but you know, what's another $7 billion here and there? Wow.
It's a lot.
It really is a lot. That's
Yeah.
like, you could go buy some planes with that.
That's what I do.
Some liar boards.
That's not even close to the final cost of the company, though. Aside from market value, the company has also revised its estimates to expect a $2.3 billion loss from the decision to axe the phone on top of the recall, which is one of the more expensive recalls in the tech industry to date.
Plus, their phone business generates revenue for their other company arms, from panel screens to computer chips and so on.
And it's hard to put a number on consumer opinion. It really couldn't have come at a worse time either. Galaxy Note 7 has been one of the flagship phones for Android, and with consumers upset over Apple nixing the headphone jack back on the iPhone 7, it would have been the perfect time to convince consumers to switch.
But now, I mean, even if they do make the switch, it probably won't be to Samsung. And as noted in an editorial in the Chosun Ilbo, South Korea's largest newspaper, it didn't take many years for Nokia to tumble from its position as the world's top cell phone maker. Although that might have been because they sold to Microsoft.
Yeah, that can happen as well. And since Samsung doesn't even know what was causing the problem, the company may face questions about the safety of their other consumer products, from kitchen appliances to washing machines.
Like the consumer alert that came out last month about some of their top-loading washing machines catching fire.
They've gone full Katniss.
Yeah, it's a Hunger Games reference.
Yeah, that's...
We did it.
I was thinking at the beginning of the read,
because we said catching fire.
I was gonna make a joke, and I'm like, you know, knowing the writers of these stories, it's gonna be in there.
Yeah, it is. Because this is still developing and the company is frankly scrambling to get it all taken care of. They're still working through the exact details of how Galaxy Note 7 owners will be compensated, but in the meantime, their statement is, because consumer safety remains our top priority, Samsung will ask all carrier and retail partners globally to stop sales and exchanges of the Galaxy Note 7 while the investigation is taking place.
They also note that they'll be working with the authorities to resolve the situation and warn consumers to please turn off your phone and go back to whatever old and busted phone you had before, because you're so pretty when you're not, you know, got burns all over you.
Yeah.
Preferably.
It's especially if you put your phone in the Gear VR. So, I don't know, look for probably an entirely new line coming soon, or, you know, soon-ish, at least probably called like the ice, or the water, or the please forgive us.
Or the extinguisher. Have you caught fire? And if so, why are you typing out comments? You should go to the hospital, take that care, bro. What should Samsung name their next line of phones so we forget all about this mess? Leave your suggestions in the comments. I look forward to reading those.
And for all the best products that are exploding the tech world, sometimes literally, like this video and subscribe to The Know. I have fun when we do news. It's just so like, sometimes this stuff is it's hard to believe that it's real.
Exploding phones.
Exploding phones.
Have you seen the mod in GTA?
You know what, honestly, they should just give...
I saw the
the C4 explosive into a Samsung.
No.
So you stick it onto like your car and run away and boom.
I was just thinking they should give them all to James Bond.
Yeah. It does feel like something got a
literally
cue.
just
Really
feature.
sweet
Yeah.
gadget. Yeah, exactly.
Except they can't remake it.
He's got a license to kill.